I feel there's a lot of attention to detail, just sort of building up the film from the opening and to sort of exploring how sort of the descent of madness and darkness played out. I thought it was a really strong sense of a visual and stylistic approach that I thought was consistent. And most importantly, I thought a lot of the acting was very strong. A lot of notable actors, I believe. Eric Roberts was in it. I think there were a lot of very professional approaches to sort of a layered constructs, in particular the lead that I thought worked well. I thought the interplay with the separate lead male character also worked quite well, and I thought that the piece was good in the quiet moments to build up to sort of the more sinister moments towards the end, and it ended up feeling like a feature film that had a sense of purpose. So I thought it was a good mix of editing and pacing that contribute to that, as well as a musical approach that I thought was consistent, that matched the sort of the a variety of visual approaches that created a sort of eerie feeling around the what looked like to be a normal setting to what ends up being more sinister constructs.
A very intense and well crafted thriller. One of the first things that struck me about this film was, it's going to sound messed up, but the gore. This film does not hold back with its gore. A lot of the practical effects are very impressive, and it helps to exacerbate the sheer brutality. And because it doesn't hold back with the gore, it really makes a lot of these scenes very tense, very nail biting, because if something bad happens, again, they are not holding back. Another thing that really made this very tense was the fact that our protagonist and our were relatively young. They were in high school, and it's not played for laughs. It's not played. They don't ham it up like these kids are super powered. It adds to that tension because in their youth comes inexperience. And then there's also the added layer of this film goes a lot deeper as it tackles some very dark subjects of abuse, kidnapping, uh, well, in abuse, specifically child abuse, uh, trauma. Like there are so many very dark subjects that an angry boy tackles, which led to it was it led to a very captivating feature.
I was drawn to were these characters. I think you made them incredibly dynamic, and you made, through dialogue and just a well written script, you have the audience attached to them very quickly. So you're more drawn into what is going on screen and hoping your favorite person doesn't die. I think that's very important in horror, is getting some of that exposition and character development in early on, and that adds so much um, to the demise of them throughout the film. Great characterization. I think you do a great job with pacing to build suspense. I think everything was, the stunts in this were pretty practical, and for what it's worth, fairly believable. I think it came together to be a really great horror. I think the storyline is very creative, and it's a fun take on a classic slasher. And it just comes out to be a really fun piece. It's just a very fun piece to watch.
The script was really good to me. I really feel like there wasn't any holes in it. It had a beginning, middle, end. It had intrigue. It had all of the elements I needed were in this movie. It had the best friend, the parent figures, adventure where he's searching for something, mystery, purpose, the thrilling sense that I got, like the suspense, and then the surprise. Some of the revelations were a surprise. There was many funny things in the script that I thought, were subtly funny. It didn't ruin the thriller and suspense and the point of it all. but like the meter maid on the bike in the beginning with the girl in the car, the texting scene, that was hilarious to me. When the bad guy comes in the room after he kidnapped the older kid or the main character, and he says to the younger kid, "You freak." There was just something really funny about that. It's subtly funny, which I love. I mean, to me, drama, thriller, everything about life has comedy in it. So I love it when that element is brought into a script, even in a serious film or a scary film or whatever. And you guys did really good character building to make me care about these characters.
The cinematography was absolutely stunning. I really loved how the filmmakers did their evening shots, like how the film started. They got it to look really, really gritty and very, very urban and just slick. The cinematography was awesome. Acting wise, filmmakers chose great actors on everybody's part. Everyone was so believable and also so engaging. You know, you wanted to watch this not only for the relationship between the two lead characters and that rapport that they had together, that camaraderie, but the filmmakers created this story, and the way that they wove it was so great. How they started to reveal things. I really, really liked it. And the music that they chose kind of elevated that suspense for the viewer. So I think that was really smart, really intelligent. The twist at the end was great. I kind of was like, ooh, karma personified. That was really cool.
The filmmaker did a wonderful job of telling this complicated story well in this mystery thriller with a big cast, strong lead characters, and it was impressive to see Eric Roberts in the cast. A good concept in the young man's troubled past haunting him, yet it helps him overcome the obstacles that he's now facing. Good flashbacks that were handled well, and strong action scenes, lots of tension and suspense. I like the aspect of Toby racing in the finale to help his friend Owen in the end, and I thought that was a good way to conclude the story.